That's not the arena mix. It's that one actually was the P3 reload version from episode, I guess. Anyway, what's up? This is gonna be a chill night. DJ's not here. Um, it's going to be an interesting time because you know how there's the saying no two people see the same moon. Uh, yeah, we're gonna be talking about a moon that no one sees the same way because the wringing of hands and the declarations that came out of Medusa's release a few days ago is so funny to me. Um, and I usually sit around and wait to see what the judgment on some of these characters is. Like, it took a year for Eustace to find his spot, for example. Uh, so let's go ahead and look in, shall we? All right. So the things to look at with Medusa, you always go to the things that have the most text, right? And it's just like these these two paragraphs right here, and they are not, short descriptions. They are paragraphs. Pride of a Primal. Boost to attack, sure, on the first Primal. That's always herself. Then next up she gets skill cap. Alright, sure. Supplement skill damage. So 3 is a lot of the time the sweet spot. Like 3, for example, is where Fiorito gets guaranteed triple attack. 3 is where um, a lot of other characters get their sweet spot. Like Meg wants, Summer Meg wants like 2 or 3, including herself. So this supplement skill damage on her is what? Let's take a look. It's 50k. And given that she has a 10 hit right here, then yeah, that's, 500k before you get anything else, so it's pretty solid. Then she ends the cooldown for these two skills when a foe uses a special attack. So you get Serpentine Quietus back, you get the big hit, and then you get this Constricting Bite, which is another supplement damage debuff. It's like, okay, 4 is really good. 5 is can recast damage skills once each turn they're cast. So she gets to quadruple cast if there's 5 primals on the team. And I mean, that's really good, but, and there's a big but, and we'll get to there. The next thing is, so here's Primal Resonance. We've got, upon receiving a Primal Earth ally's buff or healing skill, she gets Resonance. When it reaches 4, then everyone who's an Earth ally gets their skill cooldowns reset once. And then, based on the order, they so the first level of Resonance gives 30% defense. The second level of Resonance gives water reduction, so that's 20%. The third level of Resonance gives 20% dodge, and then the fourth one gives permanent dispel cancel. And on paper, that's really good. The question is, who's going to be giving her those buffs? So here's Alex. Alex gives 1 buff. It's okay, sure. Uriel gives 0 buffs, but he's also the person that you want to be resetting this the most. Yggdrasil gives buffs and heals. Like, alright, so Yggdrasil would work, but how much content are you bringing Yggdrasil to? Um, Raziel has 1 for these intents and purposes until way later when she gets this, but this can't be reset, so okay, alright. Olivia over here has some skills that are really good to reset. You got and Ever over here. Uh, Together as Ever can't be recast. So you reset 2 of her skills, and she gives 1 buff ever. You've got Europa. Europa gives one buff. Yeah, her heal comes from a CA. So, I mean, this doesn't count. like, like you only get one from her. So where are you getting these buffs from? Is it Bale? Just Session? That's the hard part right now. Like you want to you reset other people's skill cooldowns via Uriel gets his cooldowns back and it's awesome. Like you can Satyr gives 2 levels of resonance. So it's the thing is that the hoops that you have to jump through to get to there are very difficult. Like this is just the opposite of giving allies a buff. So let's move away from Grandalfon. And so it's like the payoff is huge for doing this, but the costs are also huge. I mean, this kit is very good if she was an independent character, where it's like you get the stop sign, you get these debuffs here. That's pretty standard now. So fire, earth, wind, light, water. Who's dark stop sign? I can't remember anymore. But pretty much everybody has access to the stop sign now. Then it's like the supplement from Constricting Bite is really strong because it goes with her own supplement. And so the Constricting Bite supplement is 30k when it gets to max level. That's really good. Having a double dispel that resets, really good. Having a delay on CA, fine. The dodge all is nice. It doesn't affect her, unlike the summer version, but it's great to have. And then it does extra hits based on her resonance. All of these things are very strong on paper, extremely strong on paper. But again, the number of hoops that you have to jump through to get these characters on the same team as her and synergizing in a certain way, it's kind of difficult. That said, we have Unite and Fight coming up, and this button's going to do like everything in Unite and Fight. Like it might be worth it in certain situations with Nightmare 200, Nightmare 250 to bring this character and make those trades. Hello? Did that stop working? Did that start working again? Did it fall off? How long has it been out? Good now? My headset currently went off. My bad. Thanks, guys. So where was I? Maybe like 2 minutes? Good lord. Last I heard, you were talking about Medusa. Thanks, Jason. Like, Uh, to summarize the last 2 minutes of me saying things, it's like the things that you get on paper are strong, but in practice, this will get better over time as they just make more Earth Primal characters. But as it is, it's like the most powerful button that Raziel has can't be reset. Uriel really likes the reset, but he doesn't contribute to the reset at all, so someone else is going to have to feed, so that's another character slot that you need to just feed Medusa. Alex, I guess Nibelung Silt is the big one to reset here, and she has at least one contribution to resonance over here. This one may take too long to actually contribute to the resonance count. Who knows? Maybe it will. And then outside of that, it's like, I mean, Satyr works decently well with her. That's 2 levels of resonance right here. But Satyr's Satyr's skills are always up, so resetting her skills doesn't do anything, basically. Like, she's just always casting these. The Passion Show is always on. Innocent Heart casts itself. Vector to the Sky casts itself. So I personally have to give Medusa an incomplete grade because I don't see the full picture for this yet. We have to see what Nightmare is like. We have to see what Bennu is like when Bennu inevitably comes out. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Um, I don't share the Doom opinion that other people have, but I see where they're coming from. Um, we'll see. There's there's a lot of places that a character can fit in this game. There's a lot of places that a weapon like this can fit in this game because Glorybringer is super strong in Earth right now. But the character herself, um, she'll get better over time, and that depends specifically on Earth primals, which at this point, Earth has some really good primals, but they don't work together in that way. Like the fire primal pals are a pretty strong engine. Like you can see where they're going with all of it, right? Because it's like you've got Fire Satyr, who's protective. You've got Fire Noah, who's also a protector. You've got Athena, who's there to keep heat off of there. Like you got Fire Shiva. Shiva's super strong and can contribute a lot to Medusa, and that kind of thing isn't really there in Earth yet. Oh, I don't even have Fire Bale. Fire Bale is awesome too. Lutski in chat says I'm betting on a Halloween or Christmas primal alt. I'm Yeah. I mean, I'm right there with you. Like I said, Bennu is coming, and if Bennu is like full of yellow team buttons, then Medusa could possibly go nuts, you know? But right now, the whole picture isn't there for me to see. That said, someone whose picture is there and already there in front of us, we've got ourselves Sevastien, our silver fox in literal ways. I guess he's more of a wolf than a fox. This character is so funny. Like, my favorite thing about this is that when you played this character in story mode, and the only button available to you in story mode is skill 1, and you just look into it and it says, deals triple attacks and bonus dark damage. I laughed out loud. Welcome to Dark. Here's your triple attacks. Here's your bonus dark damage. He gets skill specs up while he's in this mode. Um, and also eats his own HP in order to fuel this. It ends when he's in red health. So the HP is what, 20% of his HP? Yeah, it's 20% of his HP. So under normal circumstances, this will end on the fourth turn of him eating his HP. Funny enough, because in the fight Luo heals you passively, heals everyone passively, then Sevastien can get an extra turn out of this without any interference from other characters, or like Oral Ajaya, for example, just plain healing everybody back up to full. Uh, the skill specs are 60% skill damage up, 30% skill damage up. He gets 20% chaser passively just for existing while he's a sanguine savage. He's the sanguine bloodhound after all. And then when he doesn't have sanguine savagery out, he's into hiding, which is the sniper thing. People cannot be targeted normally when they're in hiding. This is a Silva thing. And then he heals himself for a very small amount at the end of the turn. Uh, it is 2,000 at max, 10% if he has less than like 20,000 HP. Um, anyway, so that part's really funny. But he gets his skill cooldowns back every turn. So he hits Rapier Cage, which um, gives him supplemental skill damage up to a max of 50k. And this is 8 hits, so just like Medusa, those things work very well together. And then this one, he gets a Dispel every turn. And then not just that, but for short fights, at the start of the fight, he gives everyone defense, he gives everyone refresh, and he gives them one hit of debuff immunity, which people who run um, various it's like, what is it, Summer Tiamat I believe has this as a summon. It's like, it's great for things like the Tower of Babel, Unite and Fight stuff, anything that wants to just interfere with you for your uh, short fights purposes. It's just like, you can get rid of that one time that the boss tries to blind you or paralyze you or do whatever to mess with you, and just ignore that first one. And sometimes that one extra turn is all you need. You know. Um, let's see here. The other last thing here is that while he's a Sanguine Savage, his CA activates twice and he dodges all. So yeah, like this is a very clean package, very well implemented. He's Ereshkigal certified already. Um, he presses more buttons than the ones who just want to like attack and refresh, but he casts 2 skills and he does the thing. So, I mean, there's not much to say about it. This is just really good. Blue, my sympathies for getting 5 Sevastians. But I'm looking forward to using him. As you can see, I have not yet done this yet. But then again, there's so many characters in this element who can do very similar jobs. So you can use them if you want to, but it's like you got Bowman, you've got let's see here, who else does this? Tira does this. Uh, Ipatsu can do it on the budget. You've got Summer Meg down here. Is this Summer Meg or is this Megan Mari? This is Summer Meg, who I mentioned before. How many does it take for Meg to always triple attack again? Always triple attack and bonus. It's 2. It's just 2 for her. The third one is debuff immunity. That's right. So anyway, yeah, those are the 2 big releases before Unite and Fight. And then Unite and Fight, which is coming up. I mean, this is going to be a big change in how everything is done. So we have to figure out what the effects of this drop rate going up will be. We have to figure out what the effects of um, Nightmare 250 will be here. And that's it. We'll figure it out. It's going to be a weekend. Um, but yeah, besides that, other thing that I was going to talk about is so Blue. This is something that we can get together and talk about if you want. But where's Cygames magazine? Here it is. So, here we go. Cygames magazine has an Evo Japan and Evo 2024 report up. Whoops, that's not the right one. And there's a few things on here. Like they have a brief little talk with rookies about his win. Um, they interviewed some of the staff about the esports division here. Um, it's like so this one's interesting to me. It's like what was the most popular merchandise? And it's like, oh, it was the blanket for sure. Do I have that blanket right here? Let me see. This is the wrong blanket, I think. I have the blanket somewhere. You saw me with it. Oh, you got the blanket of Evo Japan, Jason? That's awesome. Uh, Apparently someone else was short on charge, so the mobile battery was something that they absolutely were thankful to have available on the floor. That's funny. But yeah, they did that. They did a few things about like just the experience of being at Evo over here. Mm, Uh, Here's the American community getting some. Wait, where is it? This is the American community getting some love over here. The relink corner, the line for the booth, the shrimp, the shrimp lineup over here. So there's some things to check out on this one. Yeah, the crowd on Sunday was a good crowd. I had fun. And hey, look at these two idiots. I wonder who they are. Weird. Anyway, so I'll link this to you, Blue. It's just a fun one. Um, we can like there's nothing necessarily important put out here. It's just it's interesting stuff. Just little fluff pieces on the esports division over at Cygames. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Ugh, that's what we've got. Like next week. So next week I will be on a plane to Japan at this time. Uh, but we'll figure something out.